Hello, 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 everybody. This is Zach Cry with the Jam Space Podcast, and today is Monday, March 1st. Can you believe it? I'm uploading this podcast as a bonus to you. If the Altitudes playlist uploaded today, if the Altitudes playlist didn't upload today, then you can consider this your normal episode. But I'm trying to roll out this new Altitudes playlist thing where I'm featuring a guest DJ host once a month, and they're going to come on and have a radio show. I'm still trying to figure out all the technical difficulties. It says it's published, but I'm not seeing it on there. So I'm recording this on Sunday night. Maybe we wake up tomorrow morning and it's on there on Spotify for all of us to listen to. In case it isn't, I got another episode for you right here. Today's guest is Mr. Kyle Eades. He's the drummer for Old Fashioned Assassin, which is one of my favorite bands out here in the Valley. They're like a fucking power groove stoner band. Their latest release, Blades on the Wave, is currently available anywhere that you get your music. They also are recording at the same place that I've been recording, so there's plenty of cool stuff to look forward to. I don't want to talk out of turn. We're going to get into it in the episode. Kyle was involved in Planet Mammoth 2020, which is the big festival we all played right before the end of the world as we knew it. Before we get into the episode, I just want to let you guys know that my video for All the Same is up on YouTube. My EP, All the Same, is going to be dropping April 9th on Bandcamp. We got pre-orders up right now for just $5. You can check that out at zachcry.bandcamp.com. As always, follow me on social media at zachcry. And check out Old Fashioned Assassin. Pause this right now. Go over to Spotify or wherever you listen to your music and go to their Blades on the Wave release. Give that a spin and then come back, because these guys fucking rock. And that's pretty much all that needs to be said about that. So without much further ado, this is Kyle Eades from Old Fashioned Assassin. Third time's the charm. What's up, Kyle? Welcome to the Jam Space Podcast.
Hey, man. Thanks for having me.
I just had to cut it twice already, but man, it's good to have you, dude. You are the drummer for Old Fashioned Assassin, which anybody that's listening to this podcast should know. I got your release, Blades on the Wave. I got the vinyl downstairs, man. Killer release. I really dig your guys. Man. I love your guys' style, man. You got grooves, man.
Thank you, man. You're probably one of our, as far as dudes and other bands go, you've been one of our biggest and loudest advocates over the years, and we really appreciate that, man.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Well, I'm more than happy to support bands that I enjoy and people, and if they're cool people, we're all in the scene together. I don't mind.
And now I have that. I have the Beavis and Butthead portrait that your wife painted hanging in my room, man, with OFA and Who Do We Kill on the shirts.
She's such a sweetheart, man. I'm glad that we could get that to you.
I love it so much.
For anybody that hasn't seen that, I'll put a picture of it on Instagram later. I just wanted to chat it up with you, man, because I've been doing this podcast for about 10 episodes now, and I haven't really done very many local bands so far. So I'd love to get you all on a podcast together and just shoot the shit, but for now, this will do.
Yeah, man.
So what have you guys been up to during the quarantine and stuff?
Things have been pretty quiet for us in the quarantine. We're in the middle of getting a new practice space right now that'll hopefully be worked out in the next month or so, just so we can get back to regular practices. Everyone, speaking for myself personally, the last year has just been kind of, jumping from job to job and just kind of trying to figure out what the next month or so is going to bring. But things are kind of settled right now.
Were you like a full-time stagehand and musician? Was that what you were doing full-time before this whole thing started?
Yeah, so I did. I was doing sound a couple spots in town, mostly at the Yucca, and I worked at the Marquee in Tempe doing stagehand stuff. I would jump in and do monitors occasionally, pretty sparse. But yeah, my bread and butter was mostly just doing like stagehand corporate gigs, a lot of convention center stuff, the big corporate meetings, those big rooms that take 2 or 3 days to build and take down. That was my thing, man. I just went out. It was my first season out as an independent contractor working for myself. And then, a couple months into that, bam.
Huge hit to the entire industry, man. And I know, like, I was talking to Joe about it too when I was recording with him, and just about how like everything that you guys had going on just came to a screeching halt,
Yeah, absolutely. I remember there was a few in the weeks leading up to it. There was guys that that had been doing this for 15, 20 years, way longer than me. Just hear whispers, yeah, I had this gig get canceled and this gig got canceled because of whatever this thing is. And I was like, well, at least none of mine's been canceled. So, and then probably within about 48 hours, I lost every gig that I had scheduled out for the next couple months, for the rest of the season. Basically just went away.
It was unreal. I remember just seeing everything getting canceled, man. I mean, fuck.
And then OFA, we ended up, our last show ended up being, I think it was on St. Patrick's Day, if I'm not mistaken, but it was at the Yucca, and we opened for Freedom Hawk, and there was even supposed to be a couple bands, our buds from SoCal and Mazoa and Graveyard Witch were supposed to be coming out for that one, and it all happened real fast.
I was there at that show.
That's right.
I was working in Houston. They sent me to Houston when all this shit was just starting to really boil up. And I'm like, fuck, They got us in Houston working for 2 weeks. And then you guys, the weekend that I came back, we had tickets to go see Patrick Sweeney that night. And you guys were also playing. So we hit both shows, and I remember how weird it felt, man, being in the Patrick Sweeney show, because wearing a mask in this place was a new thing, and social distance, all this stuff was brand new, And then
where was that show at?
Man, I can't think of the name. It was like a little bar over off, like kind of uptown, kind of close to Durant's over there.
Oh, okay.
I cannot think of the name, but it was a cool little place, man. And I don't know if you've heard Patrick Sweeney, but they're like badass rock and blues kind of stuff.
No, I haven't. I'll have to check that out.
And then we cruised over to your guys' show. Yeah, y'all were the last show that I saw before everything locked down. I think the very next day, everything shut down. Yeah,
it was the next day. I think there was one more show at the Yucca that I ended up working and doing sound for. It was just like, I honestly can't remember if it was a punk show, but I can't remember if the national touring band pulled out and they just had it anyway, or if it was always a local show, but I ended up doing sound for it. And, at the end of the night, the bartenders and my good buddy Dane does security there. And we both just kind of looked at each other, and it was just like you said, it was really surreal and just really fucked up. I think we all honestly thought, in a couple months, maybe 6 months at most, we'll be back here and it'll be like it never happened. But we're pushing a year now, and we still don't know what the fuck's going on.
So you are pretty involved with the Yucca Tap Room. I know you know Ben well, and they bought that spot up there in Flagstaff. I guess it was the old green room, right?
Yeah, so it's as far as I know, Rodney, the main owner of the Yucca, he's involved with that. He's got his name on it, but the primary owner is I don't know if you know Casey. He was a bar manager there for a long time.
I think
he's the primary owner.
Oh, I got you.
But I haven't made it up there yet, man. I've seen some cool shows there when it was the green room. I think the last time I was there, which wasn't that long ago, we went up to go see COC and Mothership, and it was awesome.
I wanted to go to that show, man. I had to work. I couldn't make it up. I've played the Green Room a couple times, and it's just local shows, so they were always
Hmm.
weird shows. But I'd love to go see like a cool band. I'm sure with Yucca putting their name on it and stuff, it'd be really cool to go see a show up there.
Yeah, man. The few shows that I have been or slash events that I've been up there, they've always been a rad time. And I know what you mean when you say just kind of weird because the scene up there, I feel like there really isn't too much of a scene. If there is, I'm not aware of it.
Right, yeah, it's a cool little mountain town, dude, with all these like fucking cool young people there. You
Hmm.
figure they would come see a rocking show, especially the way that spot's located, just right there in the little downtown kind of strip over there. I
I
get,
know it's perfect, man.
yeah. So hopefully we'll see some cool stuff once we start doing stuff.
Yeah.
Well, so the Yucca, man, they open and they close. I know they're trying to stay open. I was just in Tempe the other day, and it's so different from the west side over here where I'm at because they're like living like the Wild West over here. If I walk in a place with a mask, I kind of get weird looks. no,
Really?
no, for the most part, people are wearing their masks, but there are some little spots over here where they're not giving a fuck. And then I was over there in Tempe, and it was like, to go into a little shop, they made sure I put my hand sanitizer on and all that stuff. So
Oh
it's
wow.
yeah, it's like they're definitely taking it a little more serious. It's a little more lax over here, and even up in like the mountains in Prescott and shit, they're really not giving a fuck.
Oh, I can imagine. I bet those are those are city problems, man. Like,
Uh huh. Damn liberal disease. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, I hope that Yucca is able to pull through.
yeah, man. That would be. I mean, I don't even like to think like that, but
Yeah.
that would be a devastating thing if somehow they didn't come out on top of that. I mean, not just for the stoner doom scene around here or Planet Mammoth. It's just for so many. There's so many people involved with that place that you'll never. It's a second home to so many people, but so many of those people will never meet each other because there's so many little facets that hang out there. Like there's a big football crowd, like soccer crowd that hangs out there. I think they're called like the Gooners. And when football's in season and like the Premier League in Europe and stuff, they're in there at like 6-7 a.m. like packed bar, getting shit faced, watching soccer at 7 in the morning,
Nice.
and just like little things like that. I mean, I don't really care for it, so I'll never find myself in that like in there at that time for that reason.
I did an
But
open mic there once, and
really,
the open mic scene was just killer, man. I guess this guy that was hosting has been doing it for fucking however many years he said, like 10 years or something. I don't know if you're familiar with him. I think when they were opened, they were doing it like Sundays.
oh, okay.
You ever been to an open mic over there?
No, I haven't. I always missed it.
Yeah, because I like to take the acoustic guitar and just do like some singer-songwriter, like folky kind of shit, I like Bob Dylan and shit like that, so I don't mind. I like doing a open mic every now and then.
So I seen you've been back in Switchblade, like doing solo stuff.
Yeah, man, I am cooking up the next album. I've already pretty much got it finished, man, so that'll be solo album number 2.
So like what direction it is? Just kind of like a general rock kind of thing.
Yeah, man, so the current solo album that's about to release, it's kind of got the same sort of vibe, which is like less heavy but still stoner and like jammy, kind of grungy and stuff, which has always been kind of my vibe. Like a little bit like Queens of the Stone Age and mixed with like Brant Bjork. It's still real stonery, just not as heavy as Who Do I Kill. And
Cool, man.
so the new stuff I'm working on now is probably even a little more mellow than that and more like grunge revival kind of sound.
That's sick, man. You say mellow. I mean, you said Brant Bjork. I love Brant Bjork, man. I've been getting more and more into him, especially the last year.
Yeah, man, I've always been a huge fan of him. That album, his album Halamanta is really cool, dude. And
Yeah.
that's cool because he does all that shit himself on that album, which is what I'm doing with all this stuff now in the studio, you know. So
Oh yeah, dude. And you know Ben Barnes
yeah,
and Joe and I and Mike. Fuck, when was this? Maybe like 2 years ago, year and a half. Hard to say. But we drove. He was doing. It was like his last show on the tour for the album Mankind Woman, and they played out at Pappy and Harriet's,
nice.
and with like Nebula opening, and it was like one of their first shows back in like years, I was told. And it was just, it was like a hometown show for him, and we had never been there. And he played for like almost 2 hours, and like right at the beginning of his set, it had started to rain, and we were going to drive back here to the valley that night. And man, by the end of it, 2 hours later, it was coming down.
Wow.
Like crazy. But man, what a set.
Were they
Like,
indoors at Pappy and Harriet's?
Yep, yeah, it was inside that day, and it was crowded, but it wasn't like a nut to butt uncomfortable. It was real mellow. Everyone was chilled out. Everyone's stoned as fuck, and just listening to this guy go to town. It was beautiful. It was one of the top 10 shows of my life to this point.
That's awesome. Yeah, I know how it is out there, dude. Pappy and Harriet's, Joshua Tree. It's beautiful out there. I took Hannah out there to. They had like a van show, like the Rollin' Heavy magazine. Had a van show out there, and Brant was playing that, and Earthless was there also, and they were outside that time, and it was just fucking awesome, man. I definitely want to go back and see another show over there. I picked up the Rancho de la Luna mezcal last time I was in Joshua Tree.
What is that?
Rancho de la Luna. That's David Ketching. They record all that music out there. That's where Earthless records, and it's like a big studio kind of compound out in Joshua Tree.
No shit.
Yeah, that's where Queens of the Stone Age record a lot of their stuff, and they do all the desert sessions out there.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like they go live out there, man, and they get weird and whatever, and they make all their music.
Dude, Ben Barnes and I have been talking about, we've been talking about for a couple of years, like everybody else does, about putting, a little jammy desert band together and just kind of writing a couple songs and disappearing out in the desert for a week and recording it and just, take some stuff and kind of just see what happens, get weird with it.
It's funny that you say that because I've made it my goal. Like, I've been working towards this for about 10 years, man. I want to get my own spot like that that's kind of remote, so I could facilitate that kind of environment for my own band and for other bands. You know what I mean? So
that would be
one of these days, man. I'm gonna lock that in. It's gonna be like my own little Rancho de la Luna, and then once that happens, it's on, brother.
Shit, dude. You get something like that going, and you get us out there. We ain't never gonna leave.
Yeah, man. That's what I'd love to have, like a little artist kind of compound thing, man.
Oh, that would be so tight, just in the middle of the desert.
Yeah, dude. So I can't believe you never heard of Rancho de la Luna. That's basically what they're doing.
Nah, man, that's new. That's news to me. That's tight though.
And they make their own mezcal. So I bought a bottle of the mezcal. Yeah, I haven't opened it yet, but I took a shot of it while I was at Pappy and Harriet's last time.
Oh, nice.
Dude, they went to that spot on the Parts Unknown with Anthony Bourdain. Like Josh Homme took him in there and stuff.
Into Pappy and Harriet's?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, dude, that place, the food. We got there, it was we turned it into a big day trip, and we got there super early. And I think Brant was maybe like sound checking when we got there. But he was sitting in there on the other side of the room eating with his family, and just it was such a family vibe in that joint. And I want to play a show there, and I want to just kind of go back just to have lunch. Yeah,
dude, we'll have a Who Do I Kill OFA show there, bro.
Oh, we could do that easy, in 2025.
That town over there is. I hit the little strip in town. Was it Palm Springs over there?
Yeah, I think that's the one.
Yeah, man. That little town is cool too, man.
And
Uh,
and do the storm. We almost, from what I understand, so we went to that show, and then a couple months later, OFA opened for Mondo Generator,
nice.
and Nick Oliveri was at that show at Pappy and Harriet's, and I mentioned it to him. I was like, about that storm, man. He's like, oh yeah. He's like, I couldn't. They closed the roads because they got washed out so bad. He's like, I had to walk. Luckily, I only lived like 10, 15 minutes away, but I had to walk home
Wow.
because all the roads were washed out, and so we must have just narrowly escaped that, man. Because it was, like, we took my little car, my little Honda Fit. That thing is so low to the ground. I don't know how we did it, but Ben Barnes drove back and lots of slipping and sliding, man. But man, it was a true Detroit Rock City type rock and roll
Get the fuck
adventure. It's
out of
just
here.
like, dude, yeah, we're gonna die.
Yeah. There's something about that spot over there that's magical, man.
Yeah, like you can't just recreate something like that. That place needs to be open forever.
So I saw you guys talking about Planet Mammoth 2022. I was just talking to Chris earlier, and he said, well, we're just being wishful thinking and kind of setting it up so that if it is a go, then we're ready for it in 2022. And I was asking him if he thought of like incorporating some kind of live stream element for this year sometime. What are your thoughts on that?
Definitely. That's something that's come up a couple times, and with the lifestyle that the musicians have created over the last year or 10, 11 months with the live streams, like I think that's going to be part of it, of a kind of a standard going forward. And that's definitely going to be something we're going to explore, as long as it's, it's cost effective and it doesn't become like our main focus, as opposed to, taking care of the bands and interacting with the people and making sure that the show itself is running smooth. But I'd like to do that. It would give people that aren't able to make it out more of an option, especially if they're not feeling safe just yet to come out at that point anyway.
Well, what I was meaning particularly was like doing one sometime this year just to hold people over until you can do like the live thing, the real thing.
That'd be interesting. I mean, we did a couple, like us and iRake, a couple other bands in town. We did the Switchblade sessions, live from Joe's studio. And I mean, we have we have what we need. We need to refine a couple things, but it's definitely something Chris and I haven't gone too much into. But
even if there was bands in the scene, like integral bands that are right up Planet Mammoth Alley that are already doing live streams on their own, and then you get like 4 or 5 of those guys to run their own live stream, and then you just have them back to back on your own, like Planet Mammoth server or somehow or something.
Yeah, that'd be cool, man. Because we had every intention. Like I said earlier, I think we thought this bullshit was going to blow over a lot quicker, and we had every intention of making it work this year. We had our main headliner booked and paid for already, and so we're going to carry that over into 2022. But yeah, man, I think we need something this year. I mean, it's only February and getting antsy.
Obviously, it's going to be too. The 1 year anniversary for that would be too soon to do something like that. But I mean, you got all year, so I don't think it's a bad move to look into something like that, just to kind of spread the word for the next one. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If nothing else, just build the hype for next year, and maybe we can get something going in the summertime when everyone's already stuck inside because it's too damn hot. I'm just giving them something cool to watch.
I don't have the ability to live stream. I mean, you guys got all the technology and stuff with your crew, and that would be something to like facilitate that for other bands. And I know that that's kind of what you guys were doing for a minute over there at Switchblade.
Mm-hmm.
Have you thought of making like a fucking business out of that?
No, I mean that particular conversation hasn't come up. We talked about the future a little bit when we were doing it, and then it just kind of fizzled out. And yeah, no,
I heard there was a lot of moving parts involved, and it was kind of stressful for you guys doing those live streams.
It definitely was, and we found out how, even on the small level that we were doing it, how stressful it became. You know, if problems come up, you're like, no, shit, man, this is happening right now, so we need to figure this out right now. People are watching, and so we need to figure this shit out. And you know, we definitely still had training wheels on by the last one. We have a long ways to go, but it was fun, man. To if I say I didn't have fun, that'd be a lie, because it was a good time planning it out. And actually, once you're in the middle of it, you know, that kind of, you know what it's like doing mixing for live bands. You know, there's a weird rush that goes along with it of don't fuck it up. Like,
yeah, most definitely.
all eyes are on you right now, man, and the band.
Yeah. Oh, I could be very irritable when I'm running sound for a band, dude.
Oh yeah, I'm not
pressure. The pressure is high. Yeah, man. Especially when what I was doing was like freaking oldies music for my dad and them, man, because that was a good paying gig, and you got all these like well trained musicians. You figured they would know how it goes, but they were all trying to talk to you at once, and then fucking like everybody just hold on a second, okay? You know,
dude. You know, it's like, you know, I can't hear what your bass player. It's crazy how stereotypical it is of like the grumpy sound guy of just like, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like let me get a kick drum, bass. I said kick drum.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Like, you know. We're trying to you know, that's kind of one small reason like I wanted to do like a small little festival, is because, you know, been to a bunch of shows and played a bunch of shows, and you know I'm one of those people where I see it, it's just like I could do that. I could do that well and just keep it going, because I've worked doing sound many shows where the promoter was there, and it's just like, well, where's the next band? Well, I don't know. Where's the promoter? Oh, he's over there, and he's shit-faced.
Yeah, fucking doing blow on the bar, fucking flashing his gold watch. Nah.
Like, not just like, you know, hey man, like, you know, yeah, party it up, but you know, let's make sure this stuff gets done first. And and yeah, so and that was a small reason to get it going. But yeah, grumpy sound guy frustrations are very real, man. But I'm not a grumpy guy by nature.
No, man, it's just a high pressure situation when you want everybody to succeed.
Yep, yeah. And you want the band to sound good, you want them to have a good time, and you want the people to have a good time, and you want to enjoy yourself.
It's like, hey, bro, I know you got your full stack up here, but I need you to turn that shit down to like 2. Nobody wants to be told that.
Dude, oh yeah, and you know, it's like, hey man, I see your finger is 6 inches away from the knob, so can you actually turn it down, please?
Don't turn it right back up when I walk away.
Like, and you know, the big thing, and this is something that I took straight from Joe in his long tenured experience doing live sound, is, you know, you can't fully convince them to do what you want all the time or what needs to be done. And what I would start telling people, and it's an unpopular thing, but it kind of gets them on your way of thinking, to at least see where you're coming from. It's like, okay, hey man, if you want your guitar to be that loud, that's fine. No one's going to be able to hear your singer. So that's up to you. That's your call. So, and then, you know, the singer hears that and he's just kind of like, oh shit,
You gotta get your guitar player, man.
Yeah, turn it down. It's like, yeah, there you go. We're all on the same team, man. Let's act like it.
For sure, man. So,
Oh.
what you guys got in store for OFA, man? I know that I don't know how much you want to say, but I heard you guys were in the studio.
Yeah, man, we're real close. The mix is getting wrapped up as we speak. We're going in, I believe, next week to sit down with Joe and just kind of nitpick little things. But we're close, man. We're close, and we're going to be putting it out. When is this going to come out?
This will be next. This will be in about 2 weeks. So probably the first week of March or so.
Okay, well, fuck it. We're going to be putting it out on Glory or Death Records with Buddy.
Oh shit! Are you dropping that shit on the Jam Space podcast, bro?
I'm dropping it on the Jam Space podcast.
Hey man, that's awesome. That was my next question. That's fantastic news, man. I'm glad to hear that.
And then we're stoked about that, and it'll be a little bump for us personally, and we love Buddy. He's been great to us, and the Quest guys, and Buddy Sabbath, and that whole little family they got. They've really taken care of us, and we appreciate it, and we're happy to be part of the family now. So I can't say exactly when the record will be out just yet, but it's close, man. It's real close, and we're gonna have all them vinyl variants that Glory of Death loves putting out, that we love buying ourselves, and it's gonna be a good time, man.
That's amazing news, man. I'm so glad. I wasn't expecting that, but I'm so happy to hear that, dude. They just put out King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
I know, and I saw that, and they're like partnering with like Psycho Entertainment on that, and their variants are selling out like hotcakes. It looks like, and I still haven't gotten one myself, but I need to.
I got the digital album. I'm working on putting some vinyl out myself, so I gotta get my own vinyl real quick before I spend too much money on other people's vinyl.
Oh, that's been a serious problem for me the last 6 months. I don't know how many records I've blown so much money. But I
was just telling Chris how I have picked up a small record store habit during this quarantine, man. Mm-hmm. I've been hitting Zia up, dude. Like, I get off work, I have a little bit of time on my way home, just pop in the record store and grab a record.
Yeah, before you know it, it's that's a $30-$40 a day habit if you're not careful, man. If not more.
That's more than that's more than some people's drug habit, man.
Dude, if you ever get a chance, when you're in like Tempe again, there's a spot that's so a long time ago there used to be like the big like underground record store in town. It was called East Side Records. Okay. And then it closed down, and the guy kind of bounced around. But he's got a spot now. It's called Double Nickel. But I mean, everyone just calls it the Ghost of East Side. But it's in the Yucca Plaza there. It's
that spot over there, down the couple stores from the Yucca.
Yep, that's it.
Okay, I've heard like shows going down in there, but I've never gone in there.
Yeah, so that's 51 West, I think. But they do have some shows like little.
Yeah, I heard like some punk rock shit coming out of there one time, man.
Yeah, and the owner's pretty cool, man. He knows a lot he'll talk about music and vinyl all day with you, and there's shit everywhere and boxes of vinyl that haven't been put away, and it's like a, I'm not knocking any other record stores, but it's like a real record store. Like it's like high fidelity status where there's just shit everywhere, and there's it's a collective. So there's a couple different record stores that have things in there, and a lot of good punk in there, a lot of good underground punk that you can't really find anywhere else, and just a plethora of just general rock and roll and pop and good 70s 80s stuff. I highly recommend it.
Let's talk about punk rock for a second, because weren't you in a punk rock band?
Yeah, man. I played drums for like 2 years in a local band called We Might Be Wasted. It was just kind of like skater street punk, and played in a like a punk oi cover band called the Galoshes, and like a Celtic punk band a couple of years ago called Whiskey in the Barrels.
And this is
So,
how we've got some mutual friends out of Yuma because there's such a huge punk rock scene in Yuma. And this is kind of how I became friends with you because you know my friends in Yuma. And I played in the punk rock band down there called Working Mutts, and they used to be screaming at deaf kids and all that. I mean,
you were in Working Mutts? I never knew that.
yeah, I played in Working Mutts for a short stint, man. I was the guitar and played a little bit of lead and stuff for them.
That's cool, man. Yeah, I've known Billy for a couple of years, just through that band and screaming at deaf kids, and I've played a handful of shows. Or I played OFA's played there once, and I've played there a couple other times with other bands.
Do you ever
But yeah,
play
man,
that big summer show at the park in Tempe? You know what I'm talking about? It's like a Fourth of July
Yeah, I've played that quite a bit. A guy named Bo puts that on.
with
He's
the
the singer in a
industry.
band called The Industry.
Yeah, I played
Yep.
there one time with the Working Mutts, man. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, dude, he's been doing that. I mean, he's not. No one's doing anything right now, but fuck, man, I want to say he's been doing that pretty close to 10 years. It's always a good time.
So Yuma has an excellent punk rock scene. And when I moved down there, I wasn't expecting to find that, man. But I went to one show at the Maverick down there, and I just met everybody there, and then we all just they became my friends instantly, man. It's like I never so easily just integrated into a group of people before. And
oh yeah, man, they're very open, very 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 friendly, small town vibes down there.
shout out to the Scumbags promotion and everything they do down there, man. Those guys are cool.
I love it down there, man. I think, fuck, I was down there for work a couple of years ago, and I had like a day off, and I kind of hit up Billy. I was like, "Hey, man, what's up? I'm in town. We should hang out. Like, know where I can get any weed."
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Yeah, there was a show at the Maverick that night. It was like a Wednesday or some shit." He's like, "Oh, all right, we'll go jump down there."
Yeah.
Hung out with some dudes that I don't really get to see that often. Met a bunch of new people and staggered back to my hotel room. It ended up being a really really fun weekend.
Yeah, man. They started Monica kind of opened the door for me to book a few shows at the Maverick, and I started bringing like more stoner, like heavy, and like I tried to bring some stoner acts in, and I brought a couple thrash acts in, and I tried to really like open the scene, and everybody in the Scumbags, they all came to the shows, even though they weren't like punk rock and shit. Like I brought Zimani down there. You know those guys, the two brothers from San Diego?
I don't.
Oh man, they're like thrashers all the way, dude. And they came down there, and a bunch of people bought their merch and supported them and everything, dude.
Dude, that's the thing about Yuma. It's I guess that's what I meant by like small town is when there's shows, like there are the individual scenes that are small, but it's all like one big scene.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody hangs out with everybody. The rockers hang out with the skinheads hang out with them, vice versa. The punks, like everybody loves each other, and like you said, you got these fucking punks and skinheads showing up to stoner and thrash shows and having a genuine good time. They're just there to hang out for the music and the good times.
Yeah, man.
I love it.
I miss shit, dude. I miss those guys. I miss the shows. I miss the fucking sweat. You know what I mean?
I'm getting bummed out thinking about it.
Oh man.
Just kidding.
Hey Kyle, man, I appreciate you coming on and just shooting the shit with me, man.
Yeah, dude, absolutely. It's been fun.
I'd love to get your band on here one day and do a band thing. So when we get closer to announcing something, or if you guys want to drop a single or something, let's all chat together.
Yeah, definitely. A single is definitely what's going to be coming for. Like the physical vinyl is going to be a hot minute because there's a long line at the factories, from what I understand. But we hope to be dropping a single I don't want to give any timelines, but
Oh, for
within the
sure.
next
And
within the next
for sure. And
within the next month or two is the goal.
that's cool, man. I'll get at me if you want to do something for that. And you guys are always more than welcome on here. And it's good to hear from you. And I can't wait to see you guys.
Yeah, man. Good to talk to you.
All right, Kyle. Well, I'll talk to you later, brother.
All right, man. Have a good day.
You too. Later. That was Kyle Eades from Old Fashioned Assassin. Be sure to check them out on all social media at Old Fashioned Assassin. Check out their latest release, Blades on a Wave. It's streaming on Spotify and anywhere that you listen to music. Be sure to follow me at Zach Cry on all social media. And if you don't mind, check out my new stuff that I got coming out. All the Same EP is going to be out April 9th on Bandcamp. That's zachcry.bandcamp.com. We got pre-sales up for just $5, guys. Working on a lot of new material right now. I just got out of the studio yesterday, so you can count on several releases from me in the coming months. So really excited about that. Really excited about music coming back and the scene coming back and going to concerts. I mean, we got talk of Planet Mammoth 2022 now, so I'm getting excited just seeing the flyer, even though it's a year away. You know, it's really nice to see that. So hope you guys have a good week. Thank you for listening. Tune in next week. We're coming in every Monday. If the Altitudes playlist did post up, I hope you enjoyed that, and we're going to be doing that once a month. If it didn't, definitely look forward to that. Altitudes playlist volume 1. Play it loud, play it high. I said that backwards. Play it high, play it loud. Who's high, do you think? Love you guys.